Swami Satchidananda meets Sivananda and he gives himself completely to his guru. Satchidananda was then eating only milk and fruits for a long time. He had this very, very pure diet. It also facilitated many of his high states. And Sivananda, which was big and vital, kept on pressing him to, eat a little bit more. You can be a very good monk and grow spiritually well, even if you don't starve yourself. Sivananda gives sweets to some of the Swamis, and he gets to Swami Satchidananda and he says, reach out your hand and close your eyes. And he puts a little ball there. And Satchidananda, and now he says, now eat it. Satchidananda puts the ball in his mouth. And it was something extremely spicy. And he says, fire, fire, fire. And he jumps. And he loses his balance because he's all burning and surprised. And Sivananda tells him, look, life is not always sweet. You cannot just eat fruits and milk. Life is sometimes spicy. You're going to go in the world and you're going to meet also spicy moments, and you will go in people's houses and they will feed you all sorts of foods. You need to be ready to eat all the different flavors of life. And Satchidananda, like a humble disciple, says, yes, this is a lesson I will not forget. So Swami Satchidananda was once in a train, and I don't know if you know Indian trains, they're very crowded. And then there was 2 wagons. One wagon was extremely crowded, you couldn't breathe, and the other wagon only had 2 people. So he was like, okay, I will go to the one with the 2 people. And people from the other wagon says, no, don't go there, don't go there. And he goes and he sits there. And after a while, the other person in the wagon says, sir, it's better you go to the other wagon. I'm a leper. And it's very contagious. And Swami Satchidananda says, no, it's fine. I will stay here. And they started speaking. As they speak, Swami Satchidananda tells him, look, it's good if you stop smoking. It's not good. You see, with the biology, when you smoke, your blood flow, it aggravates the disease. It makes it much worse. I see you're a smoker, and it's really not good for you. And they have a conversation, and the person is felt that he's contained with his leprosy, that he's not judged, that he is seen. And gradually, he gets convinced and he throws his cigarette and says, that's it, I stop smoking. And then the station of the leper came, and he didn't get off. And Swami Satchidananda says, didn't you say you want to get off here? He says, I'm going to stay with you until where you leave. And he says, but then you will have to wait for another train to come back. He says, yes, I will do that. And Swami Satchidananda says, why? He says, you see, normally I have a terrible itch, and all my body is hurting and aching from itch. From the moment you enter this wagon, the itch disappeared, and my body feels at peace like it never felt. So let me just stay a little while longer with you. There was a moment where the people in the ashram, instead of having Swami Satchidananda going around with a driver, because he was all the time traveling to give lectures and help the poor and do charity around Sri Lanka, they said, well, instead of him having a driver, which is a hassle for everyone, you can just get him a car. So they said to all the disciples, look, we want to buy him a car, who can donate? And then one rich person says, it's okay, you don't need donations, I'll buy the car. And Swami Satchidananda says, well, it's very sweet of you, but if you donate the whole car, it will kind of be your car. If we let the disciples, each one will put a few rupees, they will feel they gave together and it's like our car. So let's do it like that. And they donated money, they bought a car, and one of the persons, after buying the car, complained that actually he didn't want to donate. And Swami Satchidananda sat in front of the disciples and says, who among you actually donated the money and didn't want? And this person says, yeah, I gave 10 rupees, but then I didn't really feel that it's right. You're a Swami, why should you have a car? He says, okay, I'll tell the people, they'll return to you the 10 rupees. He says, no, it's not needed. Oh, yes, it's needed, because if you gave this and you don't give it with your heart, that 10 rupees, maybe it's the seatbelt. Then the seatbelt will not work well. So either you give from all your heart or you don't give it all. And then the person had a shift of heart and he understood things from another perspective. And he asks for forgiveness. He says, no, I give it, I understand now, and I give it with all my heart. If you like this video and want to learn more about Tantra, about yoga, about psychology, emotional healing, lives of saints, and the scriptures,
then hit the bell, like, subscribe, and you'll never miss an upload. Thank you so much.